never was. Same as it never was. 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 Never was. Same as it never was.
Guess who's back, bitches? Throwing it back with this. Who's back?
Herbaliser.
Nights in the studio and live on stage.
With no respect, a woman should be so fast that if you don't wanna hop on the train, it rolls past. Even though it's full of these braves with no class, no girls, no chains and no cars, but big talk, and they're straining so hard. You can see them on the blogs exchanging those bars. So now it's like a million acts, but there ain't no fans. Enough man with a MySpace and no plans. Time waits for no man. You run it today, but tomorrow they just might change the program. Oh man, now that's remote control when someone else decides where you're supposed to go. And the train don't stop, it just rolls and rolls, city to city, coast to coast, you know how it goes. And it just don't stop, cause the time rolls and on to the next spot. And it just won't stop, because life goes and on to the next stop. That's how it goes when you hop on the line. You'll find anything you like, but you can't buy time. And there ain't no pause, no press rewind, so you don't wanna get left behind. Yo, I heard the record shop shut down. I guess we got one less spot for heads to link up now. So now they uplink, it's all switched round. They mean your mouse when they talk about your click now. You gotta get hits in to put hits out. And the first place they'll hear how your shit sound is the set-top box or the desktop. Next stop, the club, but no one gets off. And guess what? It's a logical progression. The ride don't stop, but it's got a new direction. And even all the old school hard-nosed cats, they got Serato scratch. Now they can't go back, hip-hop's dead. That's what they said on the news. Nah, it's still alive, but it's getting confused. So there's no time to waste, not a second to lose. Cause the clocks don't stop when you set them to snooze. And it just don't stop, cause the time rolls and on to the next spot. And it just won't stop, because life goes and on to the next stop. That's how it goes when you hop on the line. You'll find anything you like, but you can't buy time. And there ain't no pause, no press rewind, so you don't wanna get left behind.
think you're so beautiful. I just can't help myself.
Why, it's preposterous.
Thank you very much.
Winter at Coney Island at night, the moon dripping, shadows of light on the water ripple as the couple shivers. A lamp post flickers and jittery nerves start to make them think they shouldn't have taken this route to get home quicker. Liquor filter out their pores and more drinks they sipping and walking, passing the bottle back and forth. It's her birthday, they on a date, Sunday, December the 8th, and they stop and they kiss light like featherweight. Shots rang out, the bottle drops, the man and the woman shot. He's dead, one in the head, she caught it in the leg. Crawling for the phone booth, out of light tone you, standing by the railing with a revolver. I knew you. He let go too, smile, kicked the body and ran north on the pier, jumped into a black van. Summer in Bed-Stuy, 75, the sun heavy, even at 6, as two couples get it on in a Chevy. On St. James, and kids on the block throwing rocks and sticks, and boys trying to glimpse some ass and tits. 7 months later, 2 incubators, 2 boys, 3 pounds. The other one greater, Malik and Jamal. Seeds of Patrice and Chaval, daddies are Keith and Rafiq, but don't nobody really speak anymore. The mommies live on the same floor. One is 8C, one is 8D. Everybody's got a key. The boys are like brothers, mothers almost sisters, say they cousins. Everyone would say Malik and Jay was twins and loved them. Went to the same schools, broke all the same rules, had all the same toys, fought all the same boys. Chaval passed when Malik was 12, so he just moved in with Jamal, cause Patrice was his mom's as well. The grief grew less, the boys grew more. 16, started chilling out at the corner store, chatting with felons, led to selling, selling led to spending, and spending led to competition and begging. Malik fell in love with Monique, a freak from Queens. Met her in Grant's tomb, smacking her ass in jeans. But Jay stayed head in the streets, his pockets were deep. Malik got jelly, this is where the story gets deep. Come on. Autumn 94, Staten Island, watch the door. Jay and associates broke to more appropriate cribs and bit spots secure. Malik was supposed to get for the help fund, but he blew the dough on Mo and guns for sure. Would Jay look out? Of course, the source rumors say more. Like this nigga plotting for him to get took out. Nobody knows. The new drop spots for Jay and Malik. No streets with cops, the situation's sweet. Snitching out would mean death and not the street. And everybody quiet is kept, is packing the heat. But now Monique hates Katrina, Jay's girl. So of course it means that fucking Malik ain't feeling it either. So Trina tells Jay, and Jay steps a leak, and Leak steps a Mo, goes straight to the heat, the pole. Drops down on Jamal, lies about brawls, tells about all of their calls. She got galls, so Malik gets locked and Mo's out, cause she was only in it for dough with status and rank and clout. Leak moves back home, guilt killing him slow. He lost his brother on account of a hoe. Never writes, never calls, visits or nothing. Years past, got a girl, put one in the oven. He tells about his story and past, shows her pictures and shit. She doesn't mind, loves the man that he is. On her 25th birthday, they go on a date. Lobster and steak, then visit Coney Island real late. Rewind.
School routine
on a track, I move it like Barry Allen without the chemicals and lightning. It's frightening how much of a gap is in between stuff I think's talent and pipe dreams that might be malice. But that's because I hate ballads. With MC's on, I won't have it, cause that shit's too slow. I'm here to make crowds lose a facet. A conscious and old duke's a hazard. Episode, credible, credible metaphors, never gonna let it go. Legible emerald in its soul. Anyone who wants to listen, improbable about tough the mission, impossible to catch up. You're missing about 10 years worth of practice and performance. Need a personal trainer, speech therapist, and actor coach. All I need to retain a crowd awareness in a band that rocks the most. To the point of disclaimers, deep warning, crucial than most can boast. Cause you ain't say much and talk about stuff that I just won't promote. Like all that gold just might get stole if you show off for peers. Know that watch you bought will be worthless in a year. Save your tax receipt so your shit won't be in arrears. But I'll take your spots since you forgot raps how you got here. Rookie veterans say they smash it, but they need to drop the racket, the slack. In this game called Pass to Face It, I'm serving the aces and it's game, set, and match. I don't know sports and yet I still score. But not with your date, cause I got one. A night with the mic, feeling right, cause I talk some suave type shit you can't resist, you'll wanna cop some more by the end of the night. Tell your friends it was awesome. A good time had by all and not even close to being cocky. My style's kinda off and it's all because you're sloppy. That I'm getting off like the law could never stop me. Thermodynamics and physics or the ball, yo, they all just get a hockey. Stick to the net, cause I rap my country awfully. Good in the wrong way, so I'll stay my ass off. Please style and pick another suckers, cause I'm not a motherfucker that holds anything back on the mic, never. Clever for the sake of being it, cause the culture suffers. You'll see words from the last 3 bars combined. Defines motherfucker, never clever, culture suffers. But the rookie veterans say they smash it, but they need to drop the racket, the slack. In this game called Pass to Face It, I'm serving the aces and it's game, set, and match. Rookie veterans say they smash it, but they need to drop the racket, the slack. In this game called Pass to Face It, I'm serving the aces and it's game, set, and match. Yo, I don't know sports and yet I still score. Somehow, some way, keep coming like Prince Poe and Pharaoh Launcho. The principle is never stop, rocket fueling, and then I launch at a speed that no speed trap's gonna capture poor rappers. And I'm not referring to the finances, just to the fact that lines get dissed. Due to a lack of variety, society in its entirety must tie these songs all day quietly. That shiesty, your true sobriety. Retire please or just plain fuck off, like having sex in the dog to the park. That you play best is the stage, just right we on a farm with the art and me with the palm, not the tunes or liquid. Wondering what the fuck is this? Answers next evolution, yes I'm a mutant, extra bone in this. Wanna call them X-rays, you want them, I got them. I'll mail them, take them, please flaunt them to friends and sell them on eBay. I want my cut. Jokes over like I told you, shit's corny, a little bit too much. For my taste, check MySpace, might make 2 mil friends but not have 1% of talent. That is my point of view, like rapping is fun. This isn't a beat you didn't even need to ask once. Rookie veterans say they smash it, but they need to drop the racket, the slack. In this game called Pass to Face It, I'm serving the aces and it's game, set, and match. Rookie veterans say they smash it, but they need to drop the racket, the slack. In this game called Pass to Face It, I'm serving the aces and it's game, set, and match. Yo, I don't know sports and yet I still score.
It's like this.